Previously on Fortnite Follies, the V2 saga.
Wow.
Ooh, thank you for the Carnage.
You were literally going to take me on by yourself, and yeah, you couldn't even hit a shot, dude.
Oh, Peter Griffin!
Go belly him.
All right, that's one different food item.
Things
Here
from, like,
we go.
Stuff from so far away in my game is so bad because it's like super blurry.
Maybe that just might be your eye vision.
Could be that actually.
My game be lagging really bad.
Felt.
My down it. Go, Lucas, go. I don't have a ton.
Get in there.
You're gay for throwing me off. What?
Okay.
Where was he? Peyton, where'd you go? Peyton.
Okay.
Peyton, oh gosh, he left. And I died. Amazing.
Bye-bye. Who's the Unreal one?
No,
Who's gonna-
Jester, I will take my second place.
They're adding rank skins at the end of this season.
Oh, are they?
Yeah, they're supposed to be.
Did we push next
well-
race?
I don't know about you, but I'm getting Unreal and Battle Royale. Well, we're not nerds like you.
Poor Mex.
Max always gets last.
Mex is always
You
like a second
get
behind
over
someone.
Taco Bell.
Yep, that's a completed race, so I am clipping it.
Hey ladies, I think I know how to prove our worth to Jester once and for all.
By attacking him again, V3, if you dare break the conditions of this ceasefire and start a mutiny, with Jester as my witness, I will demote you to janitor this time. Don't you dare.
What? No, don't be so presumptuous. I've learned my lesson from that. I meant, haven't you seen Jester and the rest of the Marines struggling in ranked races of rocket racing? Don't you see the opportunity I see? This is our moment. Let's seize it, and impress him so much that he has to acknowledge us as the superior force.
I see, you're thinking with your empathy rather than your aggression this time. Very well, let's hope you're right. Either way, you have indeed learned from your past mistake.
Anyway, I have to focus on the race now. I'll talk with you later. In the meantime, I have every intention to place as high as possible to speed up the ranking up process. This is a new experience for most of us. Most likely, humans would even say exciting. As for me, I don't have the emotional capacity to truly be excited. I am either satisfied when my mission has succeeded, or disappointed when I fail my mission. Driving through the tunnel, and maintaining second place in the meantime. I hope, if I can't do any better, that this would still get the rank up there. Just kidding is really giving me a run for my money. They are experienced racers. I just passed them again. However, entering the second fully enclosed tunnel. I've heard from Jester that if you drift just right, you can get turned around in these, so I need to be careful. The reason for that is, he also mentioned that it always costs him a lot of places when he does so. Alright, Eli on top. You want to fight over first place? Let's make it a spectacle. You sure didn't manage to keep first place very long. What happened? Lost your grip? How? Alright, back to the race. I won't let anyone prevent me from finishing my mission. No matter who they are, if I can help it. I am a droid with a mission, and I'm trying to prove myself to our creator. I can't embarrass myself, or that will reflect badly on Jester. Now I'm going through another tunnel. Okay, yes, this was the tunnel he was mentioning when he said that if you drift just right, you could get turned around. as this tunnel actually has a turn in it. Okay, so far so good. I just passed by Eli again. Eli, and just appear to be neck and neck this race. If I don't make first place, I can at least take solace in the fact that I lost to superior racers. But, I'm not giving up yet, not by a long shot. If you two want first place, then you're going to have to earn it. There's another upside down track up ahead, attaching Angel Maker to it to take advantage of the speed boosts lining the track. Now on my last lap, let's make this memorable, if not for a victory, then for my Mexican standoff with just Kiddering and Eli on top. Another upside down track is ahead, once again attaching to it to take advantage of the speed boosts. There are other racers nearby named Smons 2012 and Gamer 888,743, but neither have passed me like Just or Eli have, to my memory, at least. Smons may have, briefly, passed me on 2 occasions, but never for as long as Just or Eli. Those two are the ones I, really, have to look out for. I don't count Tiger with a plan in that equation, as he passed me due to a mistake I made. Just and Eli have repeatedly passed me by while I was running the track well. Now approaching the straight tunnel again. I believe this is the second tunnel. I'm not good at processing the details of the track at such high speeds. Rounding the bend here, hoping that neither Eli, Smons, nor Just pass me in the process. Now I'm approaching the upside down track, attaching the Angel Maker to the track. I got first place. Wonderful. Now the ranking will go up significantly. Now, let's see how the rest did. Yep. Just Kiddering and Eli on top were my greatest rivals. Then Smons 2012, Gamer 888,473, Tiger with a plan, and Foxy Robin. Yes, that's what I like to see. I ranked up to silver 2, one more silver rank, and one of us would finish the mission to get gold rank, and impress Jackie enough that she joined the 7 Droid army. This is worth clipping. Next Soul Deer, please drive forth.
So, we're racing on Jester's behalf so that we can get the 7 reserve forces up to gold rank? In that case, you are not leaving me out of it. I'm supposed to be the gift that keeps on giving, so you'd better make way. Oh, well done, Commander V3. You got us up to silver 2, and caused us to level up. Very nice. I hope that I too can contribute to the effort and get our rank up higher. I also hope that Jester sees in this plan what you do. If we get in trouble due to going out on our own initiative, I won't trust you again. Anyway, I don't seem to be doing too badly. I'm in 3rd place, after all. And you were clinging to 2nd and 1st place throughout most of your race. I just need to stay as high as possible so as to keep the rank going up, right? Now going through the long tunnel. I am fed data from any Kata tech model, past and present. Any Tsuki 2.0, Destroyer, Arctic Destroyer, or even the new Annihilator droids. I learn any information about the tracks and any battle-related information from them. The original Tsuki models are dodgy at best. Anyway, I keep getting off track. Not in the sense of the physical track, but the point is, I keep talking about something else, and not explaining much about how the race is going, and this seems pretty important to you. And I see how this could go well, as I too want to give Jester something nice to come back to once he recovers from his nasty flu. I am in 1st place now. Anything can still go wrong, so I'm going to keep my head on a swivel, and try not to panic nor get cocky. Either way would be terrible. And as I predicted, my opponents boosted ahead of me, leaving me in 4th place. Worse still, this is the last lap. I need to either make up for my lost places, or keep any further opponents from passing me. And aside from crashing into them and potentially causing them to demolish, I can't really accomplish the latter very well. I need to try to get as high as possible. To me, that means rocket drifting when I can, boosting when I can, and making as few mistakes as possible. Unlike you, I don't just have 2 fearsome rivals. I have 5. And we're entering the final tunnel again. Oh no. V3, if I don't place very high, please understand that I did the best I could under the circumstances. Oh, phew. I got 7th, but the rank still went up. See, I contributed. Maybe my contribution was smaller compared to yours, but I contributed. Okay, next soldier in line, you're up. Heh heh heh.
I understand the mission, and shall complete it to the best of my ability. I will not however guarantee a win, as I have never raced before, so please forgive me if I don't place very high, V3D1. I will admit though, that it's kind of risky to borrow Jester's newly acquired M1 Blue Claw like this. With our track record, he's going to notice any scratches on the car. I really hope he doesn't mind, otherwise we'll have a lot to answer for. Although, he did try to make sure that it could take the pummeling of war, so he may have already predicted that it would be scratched, dented, and possibly destroyed. I'm still wary of what he might think should it be scratched so soon after he ordered it. As I predicted, I'm not doing so well. I'm in 9th place. Okay, fly over this. These stupid red things are too hard to avoid. I miss one or two, then hit the rest because they're so close together. Either that, or they have tricky shapes that are hard to get through without hitting the edges. Gah. Okay, I made it through, and passed 2 opponents while I was at it. Guess I'm not completely hopeless, huh? Oh boy, here come the idiotic red barriers again, fly and boost. I flew too high and hit one anyway. Why are these stupid things everywhere? How in the world am I in 6th place with all these hard to avoid mistakes? Ugh. Okay, I'm in 6th place. There's a silver lining to every cloud. We can do this, we can do this. Just keep your head on, and keep up whatever is allowing you to pull ahead finally. Okay, I'm back to 5th place. The rest have to be struggling as much as me. There's no other explanation. I can't be doing this well if nobody else is struggling. Although, anything can still happen, catastrophic or miraculous alike. That was bad. At the very least, though, the car wasn't destroyed, and I only lost 4 places. I can gain them back, I think. Oh dear. I'm in trouble. These stupid barriers. They're too hard to avoid. And I'm back to 9th place. Okay, V3, hear me out. If I lose, it's not entirely my fault, this time. I am a new racer faced with the hardest track ever. I can't avoid the moronic barriers, and then I randomly destroyed the blue claw because somehow it flipped in what should have been an easy section of track. What am I supposed to do, V3? Because I can't do it. Oh, never mind that, the ranking still increased ever so slightly. Thank heavens. The one merciful thing about this merciless track. Sorry about blowing up repeatedly, but this track fried a fuse. I'll be in the repair shop if you need me. Well, I guess it's my turn now. Hopefully I can help contribute to the cause, as you were the one that came up with this idea. I'm placing you in charge of Task Force Romeo. If we fail however, this act of free will could land you on the watch list. I would urge extreme caution, and you to have a good reason for striking out on your own to form this task force for this express purpose. Anyone you choose to be a part of it will share that watch list, so if you don't want to make an army of enemies, I would suggest you recruit very few. Evidently, the countdown has begun. I will soon need to focus on the race itself. Just remember my warning. Impulsiveness will only get you so far. Preparing to floor the gas pedal. Wait for it. Patience. Now, how unfortunate, I didn't get the boost you, V1, and Dora did. Oh well, if the boost was all important, more people that got it would win, correct? Although, your win was quite impressive, V3D1. Your neck-and-neck battles with Eli on top and Just Kidding were what elevated us to Silver 2 in the first place. I will try to learn from your inspiring record on the track, and try to match it for myself. I'm just about to the next checkpoint on the track. Oh dear, there are the red barriers that fried V1I1's fuse. I'll try to stay calm, but I make no promises. Okay, I just flew into the tube. Now I just have to keep up the pace, and take home the gold. Okay, I've hit a barrier, but I'm still in second place. Yay, at least I can contribute greatly to the cause. At least, if I can keep it up. No, you're not getting ahead of me, this time. Eat my booster's exhaust fumes. Ha, third place. Now I just need to pass this cute little tree creature, and a woman, to contribute as much as you did. Oh, my opponents are passing me by. I regained a place, but I'm still third. Oops, fourth. Come on, V2, you're the leader of a droid army. Flying a Stormwing and driving a car shouldn't be too different, right? If anything, this should be easier. Come on, let's show these organic racers what a machine can do. Going through the tube again, because I heard Jester ranting that if you didn't go through that tube, you lost an insane amount of places. Many of my opponents had the same idea, as we went through that tube together, although I pity the one that didn't quite make it. Anyway, this is the home stretch of lap 2. I still have plenty of time to make up for lost places. I just hope I don't instead lose a ton of places. I'm doing the best I can with what I've got. I just hope it's enough. I know that V1 still raised our percentage in Silver 2 up slightly by placing 9th, but I also know that I shouldn't follow her example, even though I acknowledge that she couldn't help it, as should you. Once she gets her fuse replaced, you should give her another chance, if she's willing to come back, that is. Okay, I don't know how the SID speeder just blew up, but it costed me 5 places. All I know about it is, I flew into the now purple light of this checkpoint at high speed, and it blew up. I may have to check its engine later, because it's not supposed to randomly explode. Oh, I lost a lot of places. Okay, 5th place isn't bad. I did 2 places better than Dora, and 4 places better than I1. Still, I would ask that you consider letting I1 back into the team if she still wants to contribute.
V3. I'm a sniper, not a racer. You know, I assassinate victims with long-ranged, deadly rifles. This is just great. Our so-called explosives expert is not an expert on what model I am. Fine, I'll humor you, but don't you dare expect me to win my first race. I'm already annoyed enough that you wore me down with your persistence. But if you dare chew me out for doing poorly when I've literally never raced before in my entire shelf life, I'm out the door, and never joining a task force you create ever again. Got that? Okay, with all that out of the way, I'll use my knowledge of how to drive vehicles to do the best I can. I'm not going to just throw the race, if that's what you're worried about. I will try, even if I resent the fact that you picked me to be part of a racing task force. I'm in 3rd place, about to finish up my first lap. If anything, I'm doing better than I expected. If I were human, I may add that I might enjoy this. The only reason I'm doing this now is because Jester is sick, and I too want to give him a nice get well soon present. And that'll be the only thing keeping me in this task force. But remember well my warning. It's to my understanding that I can opt out at any time. V1I1 rushed to the repair shop, griping about how difficult a track was. So, given that fact, I started having second thoughts already about the rocket racing thing. Good thing they chose an easier track for me, as otherwise, I may have joined her with more than a fuse problem. Now I'm in 1st place at the start of the final lap. I'm still doing much better than anticipated. It may actually be worth it this time just to get the satisfaction of knowing I did well, and contributed significantly to the success of the mission. Okay, I made a minor mistake that costed me a few places, but with the record I was making, I can make that up by the time that we cross the finish line for the final time. I'm not being cocky, I'm analyzing my performance, and refusing to give up. We're not even that far into the final lap, maybe a few meters, but that's it. It's not worth getting desperate over, yet. Okay, we're further into the final lap than I thought, and I just placed second. Very impressive for my first race, and immensely satisfying to boot. Very well, I'll keep racing for the task force. Maybe I can do even better the second time? Anyway, would the next soldier please step forward? Okay, so it's my turn again? So be it. My second place finish was satisfying, so sure, I'll race again, and see if I could improve. Now I'm down to the last countdown before the race begins, and go. Okay, I got a 29% boost, but, like V2C1 said, if the boost was all important, more people that got them wouldn't just win, they'd be so far ahead of the pack that they could hardly be caught up with. I'm not that worried about my chances. I just need to come up with a good racing strategy to make up for any lost ground. People sure love to go through this waterfall. Perhaps it's a shortcut? It certainly conceals a tunnel. I'm going to be honest, it didn't really help significantly. I'm still in 6th place. Anyway, the next checkpoint is in sight. I dropped down further to 8th place, then catapulted back up to 5th. If I don't do well, remember, this is only my second race ever. Second lap, 5th place so far. There are a lot of twists and turns in this track as compared to the previous one, and every time I hit a wall, I appear to lose some speed. The same could be said for hitting the track wrong. Once again taking the waterfall tunnel, flipping my car somehow in the process. However, unlike V1I1, my car didn't detonate, despite being much the same model. The only difference is the color. And now, I'm going through the final tunnel again. The finish line's in sight. It looks like I'm finishing the second lap in 4th place. A better finish than my start. I just gained another place. Third. The two ahead of me are fighting tooth and nail to keep their spots. I'll have to be just as ruthless to take it. My only question is, how high do I have to place? At least, I've heard V1I1 placed 9th. And yet our rating went up, albeit only a little. I'm not saying that I'm going to intentionally fall back to 9th. All I'm saying is, if I get 9th, I don't think it'll hurt us too badly. I have every intention to do the best I can. The finish line is once again in sight. I was in second for a little while there, but I just dropped a couple of places. My final lap finished with me in 4th place. I only did slightly worse than last time. So I'll accept this. So, am I racing again? Or is there someone after me this time? 3 races in a row. I must be doing something right. If you're enjoying how much I boost our ranking, I'll continue to take this race very seriously, and place as high as possible to rank us up as quickly as possible. Oops, late start. Oh well, let's see how I make up for this mishap. And I have every intention to make up for the mishap. Get out of the way. Where ORDZ17? I've already started gaining places. V3. Take notes. If you have a good strategy, even the most abysmal start won't have a catastrophic impact on how well you do. Just as long as you don't stay at the starting line for one whole lap. That may doom you. I don't even know if you could stay in the race if you didn't move for that long. Albeit I see some cars at the starting line for a whole race, so it could be possible. Anyway, I've went from 12th place all the way up to 8th. So that's already 4 whole places gained, and I'm still only on my first lap. If I continue gaining 4 places per lap, I'd be in first place before I even finish the final lap. That's how quickly I just gained 4 places. Second lap, 8th place still. Like I said before, I'm not at all worried about how well I'll do, because A, it seems like the bare minimum of 9th place would rank us up to Silver 3 anyway, and B, if I continue to gain 4 places per lap, I wouldn't have to worry about the bare minimum anyway, because I'd be in first place before I even finished my final lap. So, let's not panic about this, alright? Let's just focus on the race at hand, and see how high I can place despite my abysmal start. Oh, now I'm slightly concerned, but I'm still confident that I can make up for lost ground. You don't have to know what place I'm in, because I'm going to overtake them again. You forget the skill and persistence of a droid assassin. We patiently wait for our next opportunity to strike. Then once we see said opportunity, we take it. It's just that simple. Well, so much for my 4 places per lap theory, but I'm still not concerned. I'm only just getting started on my 3rd lap. Anything could happen, and gaining 4 places from dead last on lap 1 has made me optimistic. I'm already catching up with many racers. All it takes is one good boost, and I could pass up quite a few of them. Time to take an opportunity I've spotted. This track, however, is completely different from both of the tracks that I've raced on before. It's throwing me off a little bit, but I'm giving it my best despite it. It has some of the red barriers that frustrated V1I1 enough that she blew a fuse, but nowhere near as many, according to our shared network. No, my problem was a late start, and an unfamiliar track. I had to spend 2 whole laps studying where some of the boosters were, and even then, I have never checked the other side of the wall of part of the track. Despite the suspicious behavior of my fellow racers ahead of me exclusively taking the path to the other side. Oh dear. Okay, if I get yet another chance, I'll try to actually make up for this.
Very well, but if you're finally serious about getting us up to gold rank, you'd better shape up. You get 2 more chances. If you place this low twice more, you're out. No more chances.
Thanks for your mercy. I'll try not to play so low this time. Alright, here comes the final countdown. Ready, set, go. 59% boost. That's better than I've ever done, even while as attentive as I was right then. I'm currently in 6th place, but I'm still taking this more seriously than I was last race. I will do whatever it takes to place as high as possible. That disgraced me just as much as it disgraced Task Force Romeo. I will not take that sitting down. Oh no, you all don't. I'm sorry, but I can't allow you to pass me without consequences. I made a vow to myself and Commander V3. I'm placing high, like it or not. Arg. I started flying too soon. I'm so sorry V3. I'll try to make up for that too. Alright, come on. Let's try not to make so many mistakes. Especially with this track being similar to that one that V1I1 blew her fuse on. I desperately need to make up for lost ground. Okay, I'm back up to 8th place on the 2nd lap. Let's try not to get complacent or panic. Neither side of the spectrum is good. I just need to run the course as perfectly as possible, with as few mistakes as possible, and I need to more accurately evaluate the perfect timing to start flying into the final tube. Speaking of which, there's that tube right there. Now I just need to carefully time my flight. I can't seem to nail the timing. It's that stupid red barrier. If that weren't there, perhaps I could get the timing better. Wait a minute, haven't I seen Cursed Aim before? How did he manage to get into this race? He wasn't moving at all last race. This doesn't compute at all. Last lap. Last chance to make a significant comeback. Come on V4. You got 2nd place in your first race ever. This can't be where you slip up. Come on. Those pipes shouldn't provide such a big advantage. The only one that should matter is that pipe that grants a shortcut to the finish line. That's the only pipe that should matter. And it's just ahead. Come on V4. It's now or never. Come on. Come on. Yes. Finally. This is it. V3. I've finally done it. No. I refuse to be this low. I'm pulling out of your shadows. Whatever it takes. There's the finish line. I'm not going to place much higher than 7th, but I refuse to place lower. That was harder than it should have been. But 9th place was the minimum I originally needed to help us rank up. We should be at Silver 3 by now. Come on. Please hit it. Oh, it's close. Yes. We're Silver 3. V3. I didn't fail. This time. Alright, I'm ready at the wheel again. Even with that placement ranking us up, I still need to improve, because I got second place in my first race. I can't just peak in my first ever race, and then go downhill. I hold myself to much higher standards than that. 100% boost. Are you kidding me? Talk about a new record. But, oh boy, it's this track again. Last time I raced on this track, I placed 10th. I would say time to redeem myself. If I was actually confident that I could, let's just try to do as well as we can. I'm in first place for now, but there's still time for things to go wrong. As it stands right now, I'm already losing places. Hey, this is only the second time I've raced on this track, so I actually have an excuse. Anyway, I'm down to 5th place, but I seem to be hovering there for now. Coming up to the next checkpoint. Shockingly, those red mounds have rarely, if ever, tripped me up. It's all those sideways roads with boosters and the split path that trips me up. And like I said before, this has been my second time racing this track, so I don't have the adequate data to pick the right path all the time. If you want us to do well, you're going to have to recruit a scout into our task force, and have her race on this track. Surprisingly, however, I'm back up to second place, so I must be doing something right. I seem to be hovering around in the top 5 for now. That's decent, at least. Especially since I did way worse my first time racing on this track. Oh, I fell back further, this time. Oh, come on. Why does it have to be this track? This is not good for my reputation. I'm in 6th place on the second lap. If I get 6th, this time, it would be a 4-place improvement over my previous record, but still just a little better than last race. Okay, I just fell through the middle, and went back up to 3rd place. Fascinating. Maybe that's what I needed to do, and I'm back to 5th place again. This is why we need a good start on this track. You never know when it could soften the blow of some of the more difficult obstacles which hold you back. Oh no you don't. Get back behind me, where you belong. Yes. Haha. I may have started a sniper, but I'm learning as a racer. Don't you count me out yet. I can learn to get used to the satisfaction of winning, and the chance to expand my horizons and become a multi-talented droid. If you want to pull ahead of me, you're going to have to wait in line, because I'm not giving up 5th place without a fight. Alright, it's this canyon again. Ouch. Okay, that was bad. We're too close to the finish line for me to mess up this badly. Oh, no 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 no. Not again. Okay, I placed 8th this time. That's 2 places better than my previous record, but 1 place worse than last race. Let's see the rankings again. Oh, only a 2% increase. I'm sorry, V3.